What is going on, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back to another episode of Wolves AWE. Welcome back to the channel. As always, thanks for the ongoing support. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below and smash the like button today. If we could try and hit 50 likes today. If you do normally watch it and you don't hit the like button, feel free. It always helps me out as well long term. So go and do it. So in today's episode, we've got two massive games against tough teams too, Chelsea and Manchester City. Other teams we're going up against. Last episode, obviously, we had the unfortunate events. If you haven't gone and check that out, quickly check that out before I ruin anything for you. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. But if you haven't already, or if you did watch it, obviously you'll know that we unfortunately lost out to Leeds United in the Cup. And it was a Cup really I wanted to go on and win, or at least prove a point in. We then got a decent point against Stoke, but we've had 4 games in the meantime. I said ideally I want to try and pick up about 9 points from those 4 games. And then we play, obviously, Chelsea and Man City. 2 teams that are doing very well. Chelsea, we've had mixed luck against. Man City, we've had okay luck against. And they've not really performed in this save, to be honest. But, again, both 2 very, very tough teams. But we'll jump into those games shortly. But let's see how we've been getting on since our last game in a 3-3 draw against Stoke City. So after a quiet first half, we did manage to beat Sunderland 2-0. A brace from Pietro Pellegrini. Banged in another penalty. Obviously, he missed the penalty to win the game against Stoke. And then he banged in one 3 minutes after. A game we were pretty comfortable in, to be honest. Sunderland have invested in quite a few good players. They've got Rondon, Balotelli, Jack Grealish, Clough. They've got some decent players, but to be honest, they just weren't good enough. You can see Acosta, the central midfielder, there on 5.6. They just didn't get going. And at the end of the day, we grabbed a very comfortable 3 points. We then moved on to a game against Leicester City, and it was a 0-0 draw. Definitely a game we should have won as well. Leicester at the time were sort of rock bottom. They were playing quite a defensive formation as well, away obviously at Wolves. We had 20 shots to their 6. On another day, I think we would have knocked 2 or 3 past them. We just couldn't seem to score today. Pellegrini on a 6.2, rightly so, just couldn't score the goals. We did have to we made 3 subs, but Barco came on as a sub and sort of had to quickly get subbed off afterwards. So it was annoying, but at the end of the day, we got a clean sheet. We didn't lose the game. You can see, I mean, Kasper Schmeichel getting man of the match shows how lucky Leicester were. But then our bad luck came up against us again. We played up against Spurs. They scored 1 towards the start of the game and 1 right at the end. We did alright, to be honest, to hold it at 1-0 for a long period. Spurs had a good amount of chances on goal. Eriksen giving them the lead on the 9th minute. Then Giovanni Simeone scored against us a few times last year. Grabbed one right in the 90th minute. Came on as a sub for Harry Kane. And in the end, Spurs in the top 4, grabbing all 3 points. And then in our final game, it was another 0-0 draw. This time against Watford. This time very poor performance. Serge Bamba grabbing man of the match for us. Again, we just didn't really get going forward, to be honest. We did all right defensively, but as I say, going forward, we weren't brilliant. So today we are, as I say, up against Chelsea and Man City. The Chelsea game, lunchtime kick-off on a Saturday, and the Man City game midweek. We picked up obviously 5 points. I did want 9 points. It's sort of 4 points dropped, but at the moment we're still in a pretty comfortable position in the league. 5 points off the bottom 3, and that's sort of 7 points off the top 5. So it's pretty sort of spaced out at the moment. There's a lot of teams sort of 8 upwards at the moment with 22 plus points, and a win or 2 can really push us back in there. And I think the difference between us now, sort of, as I said like before, being a mid-table side and pushing for those European spots or the top 6, is that we've got to start getting results against these big teams. It's annoying, but that's just how it is. As you can see as well, we've got Manchester City in the 3rd round of the FA Cup at home. That will probably be next episode, or I might skip it because obviously we're playing Man City today as well. So it is annoying, but you know what? If we can prove a point, grab 2 results here, that would be fantastic. We're going to be testing out a new tactic. I think it's a tactic that I want to start using against the bigger sides. At the same time, I think it can add something for us going forward. I think it might suit us at times a little bit better. So we're going with this one. We've played it once before this season, grabbed a comfortable win over Bournemouth. We're going to be playing with, this is probably going to be the lineup as well, well, we'll call it 4-3-3 or 4-1-2-3. We're playing with Rajkovic in goal. 2 full-backs on support are going to be Shaw and Kleber, but obviously we could change those roles if I want them to start pushing forward a little bit more. Bamba and Bastoni as the centre-halves. We're going to try out a Regista in Nedelcu. Him and Pineda are both really shouting for first-team football, so we're going to give Pineda a go. I know Arsenal are interested in him. He's definitely got the stats, but he's just not proved enough for me at the moment. Coughlin is going to sit next to him as a ball-winning midfielder defend for the time being. Jota as an inside forward support, Demarai Gray on the other wing, and we're going to start Pellegrini up front. He's finally banging in the goals. He's getting a good amount of goals. If he can sort of hit 10 plus goals by the end of December, I'll be happy with him, because that'll be sort of 10 goals halfway through the season. He should really surpass our top goal scorers from last year. We're going to recall Jose Lanka as well into the first team. He's probably not grabbed as many goals as I would have wanted to him in the reserves, but he'll probably be unregistered. I'll probably loan him out. There's better players in the reserves at the moment. The reserve team, the under-23s, are doing really, really well. They're really proving a point in the Checkatrade Trophy as well, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But a few players obviously dropped. It's coming up to January. There's some players that really need to prove a point, especially the 2 in that team, Pineda and Nedelcu. And before I forget, we're trying to chase a lad. Goes by the name of... Have I got rid of him? Goes by the name of Franco Navarrete. I posted this on my Twitter yesterday. And people really said break the bank for him. There's a £6 million release clause on this guy. I really like the look of him. The scouts really like the look of him. They've rated him 92 out of 100, which is high. And look at his stats, 22 years of age. I think I'd probably play him as a winger, to be honest, with those pace, the dribbling, work at his crossing and composure a little bit. We've got one hell of a player on our hands. The only issue being, I've already had a few bids accepted. He doesn't really want to join, so we're trying to convince him to join at the moment. Getting a few scouts, but the other issue that we've got is that Arsenal and Liverpool are looking at him as well. And I think Arsenal and Liverpool are going to be teams that he would join happily. So, as I say, 2 games today. If we can grab, let's say, 3 points from the 2 games, I think I'll be happy. We need to. A couple of teams behind us are really close at the moment. So let's try and make a bit of ground. Let's push forward into the top half a little bit more comfortably. And let's see what we can do up against Chelsea in today's first game. So then here are today's teams. Obviously, we've gone through our team already. We're going to be looking at the Chelsea team, playing a 5-2-3. Courtois in goal. Inigo Martinez as the captain, with Zuma and Christensen at the back. Marcos Alonso and Mattiello as the wing-backs. Alaba and Kante in the middle. Hazard and Chiesa on the wings, with Belotti up front. I think sort of it'll be interesting, because I think they're set up similar-ish to us. Obviously, the defensive side of things are a little bit different, but I think it'll be interesting, this game. It definitely will be. I think our front 3 got similar sort of qualities to theirs, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. We're the underdogs for this game. Rajkovic has been recalled. I think it's a bit unfair on Mitch Ryushkin, to be honest, because out of the last 4 games, he's kept 3 clean sheets, but at the end of the day, Rajkovic is, in my opinion, our stronger keeper. And he had an injury that kept him out, but he's back in the team now. He had some big bids from PSG in the summer. I'm just really hoping that we can do something. We'll be interested to see how Pellegrini can get on, because obviously he's a lone striker today. He's up there on his own. But I've got Jota as an inside forward, hopefully cutting him, spraying him into the balls. But he's got a little bit more midfield support as well. Here's Demarai Gray. He'll lose out. And Chelsea can now maybe bring the ball forward. Hazard with the ball, still running, still going, and his shot is well over the bar. Notable things here is that Kante does have a slight injury. I'm going to quickly pause it. I'm not 100% sure what is wrong with him. So we'll keep it. But what I'm going to do is just, whenever Kante gets the ball, worst discipline. Alright. Whenever Kante gets the ball, we're going to sort of tackle a little bit harder on him. That may force an early change for Chelsea. But we'll have to see where it goes. It's been a quiet start to the game. But it's a big chance for a few of these players today. It'll be interesting to see how this tactic works out, if it's a tactic that we can use a little bit more going forward. But I think it offers a little bit more defensively than the other tactics that we've got. Here's Hazard, though. Belotti in the middle, and he puts his shot wide. Big chance at for Chelsea. Neither side yet to get a shot on target. So it's been an extremely quiet first half. I mean, we'll deal with that. But Chelsea yet to have a shot on target. But 10 shots. A couple of their players are looking a little bit tired as well, so we could definitely take advantage of that. It's not been the worst of first half, so assertively, we're just going to tell them we're happy with that so far. Because Chelsea haven't really threatened. Kante has come off now for Danny Drinkwater, so it's quite a big change of quality there. Danny Drinkwater is still a quality player, don't get me wrong, but Kante obviously in a league of his own at times. So it'll be interesting to see if Chelsea can cope in the middle. Here's Drinkwater and knocks it back to Christensen. Into Chiesa. Is there going to be an early second half goal here for Chelsea? And it was Belotti running in at the near post. Tried to flick his header on. It goes just over the bar. So Chelsea already made all 3 changes. It'll be interesting to see how we can sort of cope now. Kleber knocks it forward. Pineda will cut it out. Rajkovic now will clear it up. Not the best of clearances. Christensen into Inaki Williams. One of the substitutes. Luke Shaw misses the challenge. And Belotti scores. It was as easy as that. One mistake defensively there, and Chelsea come forward, and within, well, just over 20 minutes to go, Chelsea take the lead with their first attempt on goal. Well, first effort on target at least. Luke Shaw came in, dived in. Bamba's probably got to do a little bit better than that, sort of caught napping a little bit, but Chelsea lead here at the Molineux. Free kick from range. Demarai Gray ball in, cleared away only back as far as Demarai Gray, knocks it back for Jota. Needs to find an option, finds Pineda. Back into Jota, find Nedelcu. Nedelcu to Pineda. Good football from us here. Nedelcu will hit one. It's deflected out for a corner. Is there an opportunity here? Chelsea, as it stands, move up to 3rd place. We still sit in 11th. Demarai Gray with the ball in towards Bamba. It's gone in, but there was a foul there. I thought we'd equalised. So we're going to make a change. Paulinho is going to come on for Pellegrini. He's not really done much, if I'm being honest. We're going to put him as an advanced forward, though, Paulinho. Pineda as well, been a bit quiet for him. We're going to bring on Leonardo da Silva Lopez, give him a chance in the team. We've not seen a lot of him recently. We'll keep it as that for the time being. I'm looking at Trincao, though, maybe as the next man to come off the bench for the last 10 minutes. Here's Bastoni with a free kick. Lays it off of Demarai Gray to Leonardo da Silva Lopez. Flicks it on to Paulinho. Looking for Jota and finds Diogo Jota. Ball in towards Paulinho, and it's a beautiful goal from the substitute. Manager, genius. Bringing it off Pellegrini, bringing on Paulinho, and it's a lovely, lovely goal, and it's 1-1. Paulinho finds Diogo Jota, and he knows he's going to get down to the byline. He knows he's going to get that ball in. It's a lovely finish. Bustles in between the 2 defenders, flicks it past the goalkeeper, and we're back level here at the Molineux. So we're going to make our final change. Trincao is going to come on. We're going to bring him on the right-hand side, though. Keep Jota on, because I know Jota obviously got that assist now. Demarai Gray's being a little bit quieter in that attacking position, but there's 9 minutes to go. Here is Trincao, maybe with his first phase of play. It's a lovely ball through to Paulinho here. Strike on goal. Oh, Paulinho kept it in. Could have settled for the corner there. Lovely little attempt, though. Knocking on the door maybe for a winner here. Another mistake from Alaba. This is Paulinho. Loses out. Back across to David Luiz, and Chelsea will collect the ball. A little bit of a scare there for Chelsea, but they'll bring the ball back forward now. Belotti past his man will hold it up and knock it back to Christensen. Into Drinkwater. Christensen now. Chelsea got a lot more attacking, you know, which we'll have to just watch. Belotti, oh my God, what a goal. Belotti scores. That's what Chelsea wanted. Did you see how the notification sort of came up before it even went in, though? Danny Drinkwater now. And it was too easy at times there. Belotti. Straight, maybe he was very, very close to maybe being offside. But Chelsea, they're going a bit more attacking and regaining the lead. Really, in my opinion, undeserved, especially since we've scored the goal. Right, we're going to have to go a little bit more attacking now, I think. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. We'll stay direct, and we'll push the ball a little bit further wider. Let's see what happens. There is maybe a chance here. Coughlin will pick the ball up. Finds Trincao now. Back into Leonardo da Silva Lopez. Finds Jota. Please don't shoot. He does shoot. Tries to curl one in towards the far post. Chelsea going back to their familiar sort of formation now. Marcus Alonso, Luiz and Martinez. Christensen now sitting in the midfield. See, with a few minutes to go. Trincao with the ball in. Flicked away. Only as far as Nedelcu has a shot. Jota will have a shot as well. And over the bar. Chelsea may well be holding on for their victory now. It's coming up towards full time, but we're still in stoppage time with a couple of minutes to go. Is there another chance? Are Chelsea going to put this game to bed, or are we going to grab an equaliser? Lovely ball from Nedelcu. Paulinho trying to cause a problem. Luiz just about held it. Marcus Alonso now to Drinkwater. Hazard trying to find the danger man Belotti. Hazard just running through the team. Finds Belotti on a hat-trick. Easy save for Rajkovic. There's a minute to go. Lays it off for Hazard here with a shot. Blocked. Jota gives away a free kick. I think that'll be it, to be honest. We're finishing the game now. I mean, we haven't played bad at all. We've sort of given Chelsea a good game, I feel, which really does bode well for the game against Manchester City with this tactic. But Oh, come on. Chelsea just trying to time waste now when we're giving away silly fouls. Ball in now. Hazard and ball in, and it's cleared away. And there is full time. We've lost out 2-1 to Chelsea. A little bit disappointing, to be fair. Especially as obviously we made the change. Paulinho came on, grabbed that goal. And out of nothing really, it's back. I mean, Belotti scored 2 goals, but that makes a good striker. So I said I wanted 3 points out of the 2 games. It puts a bit more pressure on us now to go to the Etihad and get a result. But if we can get something, I'll be happy, because we've got Hull, which should be winnable, to be honest. We just need to start building up some points. So here we are then for the game against Manchester City. They're starting up with the same formation as us. So their team is Ederson in goal, Sandro, Stones, Tar and Danilo at the back, Torreira with Renato Sanchez and De Bruyne in front with Firmino on the left. Bernardo Silva on the right and Higuain up top. They've got Icardi, Sterling, Sane, Vitolo, Kyle Walker. Got some good players on the bench. We'll start with the same formation as well. A couple of changes though are that Ross Barkley will come in for Pineda. Other than that, there's a couple of changes on the bench. Fellaini and Barco come onto the bench as well, but added something a little bit more attacking wise in Ross Barkley. We'll keep Pellegrini up top despite Paulinho scoring. But Manchester City, obviously no Ruben Neves for us, as it just said there. It'll be interesting to see how we can get on today. Man City doing a lot better this season than they have done in previous years, but we're away from home today. Really sort of hoping that we can grind something out against Manchester City. In the Delcu into Ross Barkley. That's a very poor pass from Ross Barkley there. Bernardo now on the ball. Still going, Bernardo. Comes onto the wing. Higuain is there and should have probably got that on target. That was poor from Ross Barkley to give the ball away. We had a decent little spell of possession there. Bernardo here with a chance on Man City. And there's Jonathan Tah. Set pieces again. Against these big teams, you can't really be conceding from set pieces. It makes our life a lot more difficult. The back post, there's 3 or 4 players just stood there. And Rajkovic can't stop a bullet header from Jonathan Tah. It's a throw-in. Klaver to Nedelcu into Damari Gray. Loses out. Nedelcu back across to Jota. Nedelcu, I think, tried to kill one in on his own there. Higuain does lose it out to Shaw, but now Bernardo Silva can bring it back forward. And he's still going through on goals. Tries to lay it off. Higuain is there. Tackled. And Renato Sanchez gets it in. We couldn't clear our lines from one end to the other so quickly. We just backed off. And in the end, Bernardo Silva did all the hard work. He had a few efforts. I thought he'd scored himself. To poor defending from Bamba. De Bruyne laid off Higuain. It was a good tackle there, but Renato Sanchez just there to tap it home. And within 40 minutes, we're 2-0 down here against Manchester City. Picks the ball back up. Lovely ball for Pietro Pellegrini. Should have scored. He got a decent finish on it, but Ederson with a good save onto the post. What an effort. So then second half kicking off. We've moved down to 13th. We need to pick something up from this game. But it's going to be a very difficult second half for us here if we want to get anything out of the game. A few ratings are a little bit poor. Damari Gray not having a good game, which we're going to have a look at shortly. But other than that, we're just not getting going at the moment. Bernardo with a corner in. Tar again at the near post. Rajkovic does make the save. Thought we were about to concede from another one. We're going to demand a little bit more from the players. We may go a little bit more attacking shortly. Just to try and get something going forward. But here's Jota, another poor headed down. Bernardo Silva does lose out to Diogo Jota. Tries to play an audacious ball towards Pellegrini. Here's Torreira into De Bruyne. Ball forward to Higuain. No, can put the game to bed. It's a good save from Rajkovic. Too easy though again there. Firmino's been brought off for Vitolo. Another chance on the corner for Man City. Bernardo with the ball in. Headed away again. Another corner for them. As it stands, they'll be sitting in the top 4. As it stands, we move down to 13th place. Renato Sanchez. Vitolo literally just comes off the bench, makes it 3-0. Another goal from a set piece. Just too easy. Who's that there? Is that Bamba again? No, Coughlin this time. Just standing there. It's going to have to be a ridiculous comeback if we're going to get anything out of this game now. 3-0 down to Manchester City. It's not been a good performance from us. It's a ball into Trincao now, though. Tries a low drive. Ederson makes another comfortable stop, though. All 4 of our shots have been on target. He'll whip this one in. It's a good ball in towards Bamba, and Kleber arriving late. I think that would have been his first Wolves goal. Our final 2 changes, though. I'm going to bring on Barco and Paulinho. We're going to keep the formation as it is, but a full change now of the front 3. But with 15 minutes to go, I can't really see us getting anything out of the game. A consolation goal would be nice, though. Vitolo now. Poor pass. Barkley to Nedelcu. Back again. A lovely ball towards Paulinho, but Stones just cut it out. De Bruyne into Bernardo. Bernardo now on the ball. Lays it back off to De Bruyne. Into Renato Sanchez. Sanchez, not the best of passes, but Walker does find it. De Bruyne now into Bernardo again. Long ball towards Icardi. Tight angle. How has that gone in? Rajkovic again. Man City teaching us a lesson today, and it's been an absolutely shocking performance. 4-0 to Manchester City at the Etihad now. Our run is not getting any better. De Bruyne found Bernardo. Long ball over the top. Defence falling asleep again, and Icardi beats Rajkovic at the near post. That's poor goalkeeping. Bernardo again. It could be 5. It is. No, it's Tar with a chance over the bar. 4-0 up. 4-0 down rather. And I just can't see how we've just been so poor today. Man City really are teaching us a lesson. Into Renato Sanchez. Ball forward. Luke Shaw can cut it out. Just a simple ball down the line. Just seem to be hoofing it up a little bit too much. Paulinho. Still going. Lays it off for Coquelin. Into Ross Barkley. And there's a full-time whistle. I think going direct has really been our downfall, especially in this game. But Man City really have whooped us today. 4-0. Shocking performance from us. The players will know that, but we really need to bounce back now. I know they're big teams that we've lost to, but dropping points in the last few games before that as well hasn't helped matters. Against Hull now in a must-win game. Pressure's going to be on us a little bit now as a manager. We've wanted a top half finish. Board have gone down to satisfied with our management. Another couple of losses can really change that. But in the meantime, we've got a few games. I'm going to come back for the double header against Arsenal and Southampton. We may well have done some business by then because we'll be well into January. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing up against Hull. Struggling at the moment. We really need to try and get 3 points there. We are the favourites for that game. Play up against Liverpool away there, sort of battling towards the top 4 as well at the moment. We'll then play Man City again, this time at the Molineux. As always, they're going to be firm favourites to that one. And then we will play up against Newcastle. Similar position to us at the moment. Can't really get any consistency. But there's no winning 5 now for us in the Premier League. We really do need to bounce back. If we can get a few wins there, well, we need it really. We're just under halfway through the season. 17 points at the moment. Down to 14th. Probably not what we wanted. I mean, if we compare it to last year, what? So 17. If we had, say, 3 points onto there, so 20 points. See, we're well off par of what we were at the last season. We should really be, you know, we would have had about 30 points halfway through on average. We're well off that at the moment. So we really do need to pick it up a little bit more. We did have a good season last year. It would have made this year a bit more difficult, but we spent a lot of money on a few players. So let's see how it goes. Few games in the meantime. Hopefully you can join me in the next episode in January. See if we can bring any players in. But until then, make sure you smash the like button down below if you haven't already, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.